Alrighty. Am I set up proper? Not sure. Let's I need to check something. Is the mic coming through? Am I coming through? I think so. Is everything started? Did I even share that I'm going live? I don't think so. Let's go up here on Twitch on my laptop. You're probably going to hear an echo. Deal with it. I'm so nice, aren't
I? But I'm doing my best.
Don't care for this. Just show me what's going on my end. I will need to learn to streamline what I do. Oh wait, this is not going to work out. I don't think so. How do I test this without actually? Be right back. Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. Not sure if this is going proper or not, but if anybody in the chat ever comes by, let me know if you can hear me proper and pleasantly. Nobody, I can just turn the thing on. God, but no, it's gonna pick up. It's going to pick up. Actually, let me change my title because that's not what my title is going to be. Yeah, let's do something about that. And by do something, I mean flounder around until I get something proper. Oh, I am going to hate. Not the quality, no. Just let me change the title. Can I please change the title? Twitch, please. I hate this and I hate everything. Okay, let's see, there's an article. Hello. Okay, let's see, there's an article. Hello. Okay, let's see, there's a... Nope, there's an echo. Fuck it. I'm going to assume it's working. Fuck it. I am going to assume it's working. God help me. Anyways, so, I'm still trying to change this title. I can't believe I forgot. Like, the amount of times that I fiddle with this thing and then I forget something like basic as changing the title. Oh, and stream info. I suck. Anyways. Fuck it, that's good enough. I don't care. It gets the point out there. Alright, so gonna turn my attention to the stream now. Again, mic test. Anybody who joins, let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear. But without further ado, let's push forward. So this is not really a battle archive show. I may get a few matches in. This is gonna be a short stream. But update. Guess what? I just hunkered down and tried to revisit Streamlab OBS. Actually, I didn't realize there was a difference between Streamlab OBS and OBS. Streamlab OBS may be a bit more user friendly, but it also seems maybe my troubleshooting with the other, like Twitch Studio and Elgato. If I have it this, Elgato is the most streamlined of my, I guess, recording or streaming device. However, it kept having low bandwidth issue, and that definitely was annoying to me because I had to pay good money so I could have higher upload bandwidth, and Elgato just wasn't doing that for one reason or another. Then I moved over to Twitch Studios, which was much easier to make layouts and everything, so I was digging that. I was having fun with that. But then I was having issues with it receiving my mic, or rather, I kept finding myself always had to keep changing the freaking settings on the thing, and that got really aggravating. But then what really finally did it in for me is, for some reason I decided to check, you know what? I checked my task manager, because sometimes I gotta do that often to kind of micromanage things on my computer, and I saw Twitch Studios had like almost 12 different apps up running just on the background using so much processing power, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Why is Twitch Studios using so much power, so much of my computer's memory and RAM? So I pretty much now backed away from Twitch Studios because of that, because that was annoying. So now I'm going right back to Streamline OBS, and I spent hours on this thing trying to get everything perfect, trying to get everything right. I hate myself. But all right, so that's first starting off. Maybe I might be doing more streams now since maybe I got this under control. I'm not sure. In fact, the only reason I even continue to really think about doing streaming, besides the fact that I do have a mouth and I like to use my mouth, not like that. Stop thinking about that. So, not the fact. So, yes. What was I going again? Dang it, my train of thought. So, one of the people who I follow, apparently said they liked the content I put out and really prefer that I try to put more content out there. Fine. I got a little giddy. I got a little proud of myself. Don't want to say proud of myself. I felt validated. That's the term I want to use. Validated. So yeah. So I'm gonna try to maybe do some more streaming, but on top of streaming, I've been trying to do this Phantom Breaker Wiki, which actually it's been on hiatus because, well, Melty dropped, so I'm still want to enjoy Melty Blood. A lot of these things are just, side things to do for the side, for the fun. I still gotta work a freaking day job. I chose to still work a day job. So let me correct myself on that sentiment. So I'm just trying to balance everything, and I am still not doing that to the best of my abilities. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But without further ado, let me get to the topic of the subject. I think I might have skipped something, but oh well. Topic of the subject: Melty Blood 2, like Lumina. First impression, as a guy who loved Melty Blood back in my other video, back in K time, episode 8. I think it's 8, 7, 8. The one I did with Shawwell when I actually had my first and only co-host, Shawwell. And I remember saying, if anybody watched it, I said how Melty Blood was like my most favorite fighting game of all time. So now we have the new one, Type Lumina. So what is my impression of someone who's now seeing the new thing from the thing they used to, for the thing they love? And I like it. I don't love it like I like Melty Blood, Actress Again, Current Gold, but I like it. I think it's a very good start off. I am more happy with the fact that First Breath is striking out more or less on their own. I mean, not fully on their own. They're still under Delight Works and Type Lumina, but they're not working with Art System Works, and to me, that sounds like a win. Anyways, get back to the point. So, why is it that I maybe like but not fall in love with the new thing? Well, I mean, actually, so I guess here's the first thing I can say, if I may. Let's go ahead and actually bring your character select, and of course I pressed the wrong button. So, if you have played Melty Blood Actress Getting Current Code for a extended period of time, actually, if you just played Melty Blood from its first initial inception, which was maybe around 2002. The sprite work in Melted Blood, original OG Melted Blood, it was pixelated very much, but there was a lot more expression of the character. Like, a lot of characters moved a lot more in that game, in my opinion, to some extent. Now, going from pixelated sprite to these sprites, I feel there's a lot more static frames than fluid animation, if you will. Like, I think to achieve them having things look pretty, things are not as movement heavy. Did I say movement? Let's say fluid, I would feel. I know some people use the term Sakugo, maybe not. I don't feel Melted Blood Tatuma has that much nice looking animations compared to old Melted Blood, which may have pixelated sprites, but those sprites have much more expression and movement. Is it a criticism? No, but it's something I noticed, and I can definitely say I like the older thing. Maybe I can get used to how tight Lumina is, because the sprite work looks nice, but I guess one thing about me with sprite work, at least even with fighting games, when things are in motion, you pretty much stop looking at some of those very nice details to some extent. So once you start playing fighting games a lot, we started playing games a lot, you see moving a lot, you don't get to appreciate the like small details. Like right now, Type Lumina, I can say that idle animations are still fine, not as, what's to say, like let's say, all right, Melty Blood Actors Again current code, or sorry, old Melty. Let me say OG Melty. God, that's gonna get annoying. So OG Melty, oh boy, I lose my train of thought. I hate ADHD. So in Melty Blood, OG Melty Blood, I felt characters had some lot more lively expressions, even in that idle animation. And Type Lumina, I don't feel the expressions are as lively. Like, characters feel a lot more mannequin because just how like still they are. Like, for example, let's look at Kohaku sweeping. If you go look at the old Melted Blood, Kohaku sweeping was going with a lot more. Like, she actually did mimic sweeping a lot more. This one just shows a woman who just like, I'm just kind of got this thing in my hand. I'm not really doing anything. And for sorry, like Kohaku, she looked like she's more disciplined. Maybe is a better characteristic, but I think she even had much more bouncy in her idle animation. So it just gave characters much more lively when they were in motion. In fact, there you go. I want to say when in motion, I think OG Melty Blood looks better, but when things are more still frames or idle, then you find Type Lumina has them beat in that regards. So yeah, so I noticed that in the animation department. What else do we want to go on about? So, music, gotta get used to it. I actually do like the music. I thought I wasn't gonna be a big fan of the character select screen, but boy, did it start growing on me a lot. Actually, same thing with the Versus Splash. I do like the Versus Splash for Melty Blood Type Lumina. Not as much as Actress Getting Current Code, but I ain't gonna lie, maybe that might be Stockholm Syndrome because I've had at least maybe 5+ years to really just dive into Melty Blood, get used to everything it offers, and more or less fell in love with it, even maybe being blind towards, flaws and criticism. Sorry, its flaws and whatnot. Type Lumina, I barely gave it a week, because it only been out for a week. So, these impressions and feelings can all change as things do move forward. But instead of the aesthetic side and music side, what about the gameplay? So gameplay is definitely reminiscing of old Melted Blood. I do like how it does seem evolve and take basically cues from previous French bread games such as Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. Like, the moon skills pretty much really much remind me of the splash skills. Is it splash skills? I'm not sure they're called splash skills. AB skills and Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. I like how characters maintain the option to almost always have meter. But probably the main thing I love the most is now how everybody can build their meters independently, like an F Moon. Because I liked it that in F Moon and after getting current code, but I didn't care about any other F Moon's additional mechanic, such as the not having reverse bear speed, having plush frames, not not having dodge. I hate that, but then again, I don't have dodge here, which I do miss. I miss having dodge. I miss having ES bunker, but then again, this is not OG Melty. This is new Melty. This is type Lumina. I need to approach type Lumina as type Lumina and not as OG Melty. But if there is something I think I need to comment, because this is not also really present in old Melty, but a lot of older games that tend to have a parry mechanic, which yes, Melty has a parry mechanic with his shield mechanic and everything. In OG Melty, if someone did a low shield, if I did a high attack on somebody who did a low shield, or let's say a mid attack, and get someone who did a low shield, that would beat that cleanly. And that's even the case in a lot of games that have parry mechanic, such as Dead or Alive. That's the case. I can even say I believe Soul Calibur. Like games, I could keep Blitzcamp. Like if someone did a low and then I do did standing just medium, not even an overhead attack, that will beat their no. Let me not say that. I haven't played Akushi Blitzcamp, but I am very inclined to believe that in most games, because this is a sentiment that not even I have, but a lot of people have. We all don't really feel that a low shield should be able to work on a mid attack. That is a change that I would want. Is it a change? Now, is this something that's going to break the game for me? No, but it's something that I would personally like to see change. That low shields does not work against mid attack, since it now allows you just default to low shield from dealing many things. Because steady shield loses to low attack, so low shield, because if low shield is by its purposes less riskier than a standing shield, because for someone to beat a low shield, they have to do more or less an overhead attack, and unless a character has a command overhead, that will require people to jump up and then do like it's an air dash button. So there's a lot more time to either recognize and stop shielding, or just for it to not work or barely for it to even punish at all. So I definitely want them to nerf low shield to either just only work on low attacks, and if they don't do that, then at least nerf it in other ways where, for starters, if you do suffer a counter hit from a low shield, it should be much more damaging than a counter hit from maybe a mid shield, so you at least have a reason. Because the thing with fighting games are rock, paper, scissors. Unlike people like to, I guess, say, a lot of people say, no, they want to say fighting games a lot of chess, which yes, it does have element of chess, because there's obviously layers on top of strategies and rules and whatnot. But at the end of the day, there is just a lot of this option beats that option, but this option beats that option, and etc. etc. The problem, like I sort of mentioned or sort of kind of highlighted a bit with comes to low shields, it's like, all right, you have a standing shield and a low shield, and of course jumping shield. When you weight the risk and reward between all the different shields, low shield is almost a default option for many people, because it covers so many scenarios and have limited things that beat it. Outside of, let's say, a blocking attack, then opponent has to have an overhead, which there's no universal overhead for every character besides technically a jumping attack. And a jumping attack to hit even a low person, that's already difficult. Like for starters, Vlad only really has one button that can do that, and that's definitely going to be the case from some other characters. Like Koima, only his jumping C's is going to be able to hit low enough for a person. Now I think he does have a standing overhead, so I think he's fine. Technically, same thing with Vlad. Vlad does have a standing overhead too, but not many other characters has that type of luxury. So the fact that you can be like, you know what, let me just default to low shield because standing shield has much more risk apparent, that's kind of a problem. It shouldn't be, I should just low shield default because another option is weaker. It's rather, you should choose an option because you're willing to risk what is the, probability of a scenario happening. I should want to low shield because I think my opponent's going to go for a low attack and I want to beat that, as opposed to, well, I'm going to low shield because mid shield is more or less an inferior option, and that shouldn't be the case, in my opinion. In my philosophy of what a competitive game should do, you should always have valid, good options in some degree. Like almost every option should have some worth. Now, not all of them need to be equal in value of worth, but when you do get something that becomes almost overall a better option than another option, I do think that's a problem. So that is my at least criticism, not even criticism, my personal change and gameplay concern when it comes to Type Luna. But everything else, I'm more or less okay with. I think how they did the auto combo is fine. Would I like a bit more liberty and control how to manipulate it? Yes. Do I need to have it? No. It is also fine where it is, because even I benefit from how it is currently with how every attack does auto combo. Now, and after seeing current code, the 4 light attack and a certain move that gave you an auto combo. I would have definitely loved to have something like that, but I could definitely see why they chose to just streamline it just for consistency. So I don't personally hate that. Now, with that aside, what is my current ability or ranking? Ranking? Did I even say ranking? Well, all right. What else can I talk about Type Lumina? So, as I mentioned in a previous video, my anticipating Type Lumina, or even better, my character tier list. By tier list, I meant my interest tier list. So, there's been some more that changes. For starters, I am definitely still investing into Red Aqua. Am I going to stick with her? I am not 100% sure, because she is a lot more kinetic and even aggressive compared to her other version, where she was fine keep it away. She has some keep away, but is it one of her strengths here? It is hard to say, because it's already even hard to retreat in a game like Type Lumina due to how movement and how everybody has a very fast dash. So they pretty much designed to be almost even just as much in your face. In fact, it's been said that almost every character is technically gorilla to some extent, and I could definitely see the argument for that. I am still considering Blob as a secondary. Haven't really committed that much to him, but I am sort of considering that. Maybe Koima, maybe Noelle, but I'm not at that point. I think I can still make myself work with her awkward. She's the character I have the most experience with. She's the one I would say I'm probably even have the most fun with, because I did try going to the lab with some of these other characters. Blob is fine. He's fine. But I'm definitely not really exactly even in love with Blob. I mean, I kind of like their Arista kind of thing going on. I do like how he does seem a bit more mild mannered compared to my initial impression, where I thought he was just another crazed vampire. He's a lot more mild mannered, which I can definitely dig, but I'm not in love with him. I guess that's just it. At the end of the day, just not in love with him. Like Koima, okay, I can finally say I'm in love with Koima. I love the hermit status he's garner and whatnot, and I actually kind of like Shiki. Okay, we're going to the lore. Sorry, let me not say this. I don't know the lore that heavily. I know, right? Me saying I love Mental Blood, yeah, I don't got into the lore that much. I'm a function before lore person. That's how I roll. Moving forward, I kind of like how should I say this? I haven't came across many harem protagonists, because I usually try to stay away from harem protagonists. But if there is a harem protagonist, I could be like, I could vibe with him. I can even see myself hanging out with him outside of, his harem. I could kind of say Shiki to some extent. Besides Tenchi, maybe Shiki. I like how he's not thirsting after every woman, because he got his own thing he's trying to deal with. He's like, man, I got these eyes. I see stuff. You don't know what I'm going through. Now, he did stalk Arcrid, which is some pretty fucked up thing to do and whatnot. He did stalk her and whatnot, but I mean, she's pretty. I guess I can't blame her for she is pretty, but he did stalk her and whatnot. But besides that, I like how he's like, man, I'm trying to do me, man. Would he get with a girl if a girl shows interest? I think he has no problem with that, but it's also not even really a priority. Not because he's a Chad or anything, but he's just like, I'm trying to deal with what's going on with me. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with myself. I got these eyes that let me see the death. I pretty much see apocalypse unless I have my glasses on. So yeah, I don't blame him for being like, I'm not thirsty right now. Just not thirsty right now. I also, this is what also made me kind of better from Noelle. One, she was she was an older female character, so I'm like, yay! I don't have to feel like a, closet pervert going after all these very barely mature women. So yeah, Noelle being there, even though she has a very doll-looking face, but yeah, I was kind of digging Noelle until I learned she's she's kind of a psychopath, which is kind of like, yay! I like, crazy. Did I say crazy? Do I want to say crazy? I'm not sure I want to say crazy. Let's just say, sadistic? Because, yeah, Red Red, she's sadistic. She's not sadistic as I wish in her OG version, but she's a bit sadistic. So I could kind of like Noelle being sadistic until I found out she kidnapped Shiki and trying to make her fall in love with her, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I do like my yanderes to some extent, but then actually here's a problem. She actually has a boys' harem. Like, all the boys at school are like falling over her, and I guess maybe that's why she went after Shiki, because Shiki's like, man, I ain't about this right now. I'm just trying to get by. So I guess she like, oh no, he doesn't look at me. Oh, I gotta go after him, I guess. Which technically, I do like women who are goal getters, but damn it, woman, you kidnapped the one. Again, he's what, 17? You tell me you can't find any other older dudes? You can't go. Sorry, you don't got a side hustle outside in a hostess club? Well, I guess your side hustle is being in the church, which actually, because you're in the church. Well, what are you doing? Dang it! Only because you rocked that cross that I'm like, you're crazy, but I like you to some extent. Anyways, I went on a tangent. So yeah, you know what? So let's actually back away for a second. Let's look at my ranking. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go online or not, but let's see where your boy stacks up right now. Let's see where he stacks up. So there goes my customized Awkward, which I need to change her eyes to red. Also, I found I can make her skin darker, so I need to go back and change that. But on a tangent. So my ranking. Woo! So initially, I was actually in the first 2,000 the last time I ranking, but now I am 5,555. I'm disappointed in myself. Well, of course, more people came in, more people are grinding hard, so this is a reflection of, well, me. Total battles, I did 109 battles, longest win streak, 8 win streak, total player matches, 55 matches. So yeah, so basically I did like half player matches, half rank matches. Yeah. Match result, let's see. So I played a lot against Koima? Huh. That's the thing. Barely faced Maze. So yeah, player match. No, I don't need player match. So battle activity. So look at this. So date of the latest battle back on the 3rd. We're now on the 8th. Now on the 8th of this month. So yeah, like I said, I'm taking a break because I'm not trying to do fighting game burnout and whatnot. But I mean, fuck, I got a life. I do other shit and whatnot. So yeah. So definitely want to take some time to look at these statistics and whatnot for fun. But yeah, apparently that's how I rank. I guess let's see how I rank with the other red Arcurids and whatnot. I was in the first 200. Now I'm the first 533. That's to be expected, I guess. I'm not grinding hard. I'm not grinding hard. Do I want to jump online right now? Again, why not? I'm not doing anything. This stream is going to be short. I'm not going to be streaming all day. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, why not? Let's see what's going on. So, so that's that for Melting Blood. Phantom Breaker. So, like I said, I'm taking the highest from working on that Phantom Breaker Wikipedia. I also have actually stepped down as a moderator in that Phantom Breaker Discord for reasons. I won't get into those reasons here. If you do want to know, maybe hit me up, hit me up on Discord. I guess to the side or something. And I'm not getting a match. Fuck off. Find me something. Don't tell me. Don't tell me is my connection bad? Nah. I reset that router and oh dear lord, maybe it really is my connection. I'm able to find opponents. Oh wow, I'm about to get upset for a second. Hold up. Wherever, whomever, connection speed 1. Yeah, fuck it. Checking connection speed. Am I going to have to restart my? If I do, I restarted my router, but well, I'm kind of upset. Okay, so maybe I need to reset this thing. All right, restart PS4. Maybe that might fix it. Maybe. So, besides that, what was I talking about? So yeah, Melted Blood. So I have stepped down Phantom Breaker Discord. I know it might be a bit silly to do that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna reopen myself back up to that because I am finding myself on different standpoints of how the Discord server is being operated. So that's that dilemma per se. I haven't really gotten any help with the Wikipedia, but then again, I think that's kind of the struggle that all the people in Mizumi Wiki have. They usually only have 1 or 2 people really kind of helping, unless it's like a big game that's popping off with multiple people. Otherwise, that seems to be just kind of the daily struggle. So that's going on with Phantom Breaker. I have put in my character overview video on hold. I've been thinking whether I want to just start back up, get it done, and get it over with. But I guess one reason why I haven't also tried to complete it, as I mentioned a few other prior videos, I highlight characters, abilities and what they're capable of. But unless you actually have an understanding of Phantom Breaker mechanics, I think some of those things are going to be lost on people. So I'm thinking maybe I really need to do video. At least a beginner's Phantom Breaker video. It's maybe a mechanic breakdown video before I start saying, all right, now that you know the game's mechanic, these are what make the character strong because of said mechanics. I'm still bouncing between which is the optimal path. Now then, now that I reset this proper, let's see if I can get some matches in. I mean, it is early. It is kind of starting to get into midday on my side of the world, but I did put anybody, so yeah. I did put customers same. Oh, I did put same area. Even then, no, I should still be able to find something. Shouldn't I? Huh. Alright, whenever, whoever, fine. You know what? I think I did remember something that I learned that is also disappointment about Melted Blood. Tight Lumina. There was the concern that people said that the game is apparently region locked. What do we mean by that? Apparently, can I know what their ranking are? Can I get it? Huh. 3? Fuck it. Oh, wait. I suck for that. I messed up. I missed that person. I wanted that 3 bar, but I pressed return instead of confirm. Was this them? I can't tell. Screw it, they're higher. I want a higher rank. I want a challenge, and the match was canceled. Fair. That's fair. Rig. That's a name. That's a title. So what was I going? What was I talking about? Still was I talking about Fence Breaker? Can't remember. Give me a moment. Dear, I kind of don't remember. That's a disappointment. Alright, yes, so as I mentioned about Phantom Breaker, yeah, like I said, I do want to continue the overview, but I do feel I need to probably do a mechanic breakdown first before we get to that. But I'm in a match, so I'm going to become a robot for the next few minutes. You know, I could have confirmed that or something. Yeah, should have saw that coming. Ooh, that was a reset, but I'll take it. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Yeah, what am I doing? That's not like this is at all. What am I doing? What am I doing? Ooh, yeah, that's me being silly. I am going to lose this. That's what I get for not just taking that proper. Yeah, I won't lie. That was an autopilot at that point. Yeah, okay. Yep, I should be dead. Okay, I really underestimated it. Alright, for reals, that was me playing too passive. I over-respected my opponent. I think I should have just kind of went in on that. But not like that. Don't do that. Ooh. What? Really? 2B count? Too quick. That should be death. Yeah, of course, wake up DP. And I had moon and everything. Why didn't I just moon activate? Yeah, that was me being. I was trying to be cheeky. I was trying to do the gimmicks like. Really? That hits behind. What are you doing? Yeah, that was a good color. I just autopilot into that. Yeah. I don't know how to properly mess up my approaches. But I'm not sure why I even read in. I should have just done projectile zone. I mean, she can zone for that particular reason. Did I really went with that? No. I really have to wait that long just to. Fine, just give me a match. Screw it. Just give me a match. I want a match. I don't blame you, I guess, if you're scared. Or you're probably in training mode and just haven't checked the menu. Okay, never mind. I wouldn't mind a run back with the Miyako. Of course, failed to connect. Of course. Is my network just not good? Is that just it? My network's not good? Well, this isn't as bad as Strive, but still, okay, well, here we are. Fuck it, let's go. No. Well, that was disappointing. Is this really where we're at? Failed to control. What's going on? Is my network just that bad? Is that what's going on? Is my network considered bad? Is my PS4 settings just not good? That finally. I should be able to zone much more properly. Of course. That was a little punish. I respect that. What was I doing? That should be dead. Touche. Oh boy. Yeah. Shake. Yeah. What? I could have grabbed? I don't know if he was plus there or not. Yeah. I'm not praying proper. What? Did I have a shield? Yeah, should've. Yeah, should've saw that coming. Yeah. I really need to use more activation. I just don't know what the heck is going on. That was. Yeah, that was silly. That was silly. I am not an Oki kind of person. I do not. Yeah, I'm not an Oki kind of person. Just not my forte. Oh dear God. Oh. Back up, back up. Alright, so one, I didn't do any proper setups. I respected my opponents too much. Oh no, that's what I respected. Sorry, no. I was not playing any good defense, I would say, and whatnot. Now, why is it? Why does it take almost? Well, no, I know why it does take a while to get information. It's trying to determine people's connection because, unfortunately, internet connection is not really exactly what you want to use. It's consistent, stable, if you will. Yeah, let's say that. I cancel the match? Oh, fuck. Goodness me, I keep missing up freaking confirm and it. Because of the damn Switch. When I play on my Switch, A and B have reverse functions, per se, or SO have reverse function. Have Demon Descent on K-BAS? Yeah, I want that run back. Let me get. Oh, what is. I know I have. Sorry. I pay freaking good money to have decent internet, and I am not getting that. Why? Huh. Alright, well, you know, that was a test stream, and I will catch up with y'all people later. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.